He heard you say we're including a Patreon. Ignore. If there's a tie, why would we include a Patreon if there's three of us? Because there wouldn't be a tie, but now there's a Patreon. I don't understand because there's a Patreon because there's a tie, but the Patreon causes a tie. I don't understand. This is breaking my little brain. And go. Welcome to, I don't know, episode 115, 20
of the Power of Bourbon.
Of the Power of Bourbon. It is getting ready for really every Illinois fan's least favorite time of the year because dreams just get broken, just like all Bengals fans saw in the Super Bowl just recently. But it's getting ready to March Madness, which everyone is excited about. Brackets. All the whiskey tubers do crazy brackets. So we were trying to figure out what would be a fun bracket to do this year. And I think we might have found it. So we're going to introduce our concept to you. You guys can let us know in the comments below what you think. Might figure out if we're going to try to do a giveaway. I mean, we're almost at 1,000. So maybe the final conclusion of this is a live stream with maybe a Pappy 15 sample. We'll see if we hit that 1,000 mark or not. But what we've decided to do is we are going to draft our top 12 distilleries, and we're going to put them out in a bracket. So what's going to happen is each of us gets to draft those distilleries. We'll each get 4 distilleries. We will have a price point of $180 to spend to submit those 4 bourbons, ryes, whiskeys, whatever we want in it. So the 12 distilleries we decided on to put in this, of course, number 1, Taterific, the number 1 seed of the Taters, which is Buffalo Trace. Maybe not the best product, but definitely the most sought after. Then we're going to go Heaven Hill, Four Roses, Jim Beam, Maker's Mark, Old Forester. 7 is going to be Jack Daniels. 8 is MGP, and what we mean by MGP is any MGP distillate. So you got your Penelope, you got Barrel, you got all the Smoke Wagon, everything that's using MGP distillate, or you could just use MGP. So you could throw in a Remus Repeal Reserve or a good pick from them. So it's up to you. Number 9 is New Riff. Number 10, Wild Turkey. 11, Barton. And rounding out the batch, we'll throw in another Tennessee with Dickel. So the idea here is those are the 12 that we're going to draft off. Then 13, 14, and 15 of our 16 seeds will be a wild card that each of the 3 of us get to pick. But the caveat is the bottle has to be under $30. And the 16 seed is a consistent... I can't say that word, is a decision we all came together on.
Consensus.
Consensus, that's the word, which is going to be what bottle, Chuck?
The Taterific Weller Special.
There we go. Because we all have Weller Special. Everybody goes crazy for it. It'll probably be knocked out in the first round, but it'll still be fun.
Who knows?
So what we need to do tonight is we need to draft these bottles. Luckily, we have our resident, I spend way too much time on fantasy football, Brian, here.
Right.
Seriously, if you have any fantasy football needs for a small fee, Brian will gladly set your draft up, help you out, no problem like that. It only cost me 3 bottles of Old Forester Barrel Strength, and I finished dead middle of the pack this year. But probably better than I could have done on my own.
Yeah, and you're set up for the future. So I mean, it's a dynasty league, so it'll pay off. Give it a year or two, just like the Bengals.
Yeah, if they could just draft an O-line, like they don't need anything.
Yeah,
else.
their first 3 rounds this year, the Bengals just need to draft O-line.
Exactly. So we're gonna do a snake draft, correct, Brian?
That's correct.
All right.
So we are gonna. So who gets which pick? I mean, I got my distilleries ranked over here. I have some specific bottles picked out.
We got Brian's big draft board over here.
Yep.
It's like Mel Kiper.
So the first thing we need to do is each of us need to pick a number 1 through 3. I will gladly go last. So Brian, Chuck, fight for the who's picking what number first.
4.
Okay, thank you so much for being.
Leave it to Brian. Simple instructions, and he can't follow them.
I would like the number 2, sir.
2.
3.
3. I'll take 1. So put my hat down low so it does not. Oh, there we go. Look at that. It focuses in. This is wonderful. All right. So we're going to do a random number generator, 1 to 3.
Why do you have to, if it's a random number generator, why are you putting your hat down?
Because I want it to focus.
Oh, crap, Brian.
This makes
it
no
is
sense.
2.
Yeah.
Ah!
So it is 2. So Brian gets to go first. I'll let Chuck go second, and I'll go third. So unless you want to go third, Chuck, I will.
Nope. No, I think that's 2, 3, 1, 1, 2.
Yep.
1, 2,
All right.
Or do I get to pick where I want to draft?
No,
I just draft first. Okay.
You draft first. You won. That's what.
All right.
Yeah, I don't think there's any benefit of
the very.
And to be fair, let me
pick.
just hang on. Let me just clarify how we draft will be the seeding.
Mm-hmm.
So Brian's, since he's drafting number 1, this is going to be the number 1 seed. Doesn't matter if he picks the worst distillery on here or the worst whiskey on here.
Yep.
Which
it's going to be number 1.
Which there's a 50-50.
It's going to be like a few of those North Carolina teams. He could pick, he could pick Buffalo Trace, and it could be, I don't know a bad Buffalo Trace product, but
yeah. I mean, I was going to say it could be like 80 Laws. He always picks it and always disappoints. But hey, whatever.
Fortunately for him, it's not on
fired. Shots fired.
It could be his wild card pick.
Could be my wild card. We'll see.
Under $30. Like I thought 80 Laws was 95 plus.
Not quite, but yeah, it's definitely over 30. This is a tough decision. Number 1 pick on the hot seat. I'm really looking at 2 distilleries here. And why not? Just go with Heaven Hill.
Oh, wow.
Boom.
Okay.
Right there.
I like it. We now know Heaven Hill is out. All right, Chuck.
I also was prepared. Big surprise to nobody. So I got my own draft board. And fortunately, my preferred pick is still available. I'm going to go with the ever versatile, both high price bourbons are good, low price bourbons are good. So that gives me a little flexibility in my strategery, how I want to work this. And I'm taking Wild Turkey.
Dang it. There goes my win for the season. That is terrible.
A lot of pressure on me. That's that number 2 seed. It's going to come in hot.
Oh, man. I got so many choices. I don't know what to do. Because I get to pick 2 here. Well, just to be mean, I got to get back at Brian. So I'm going to take Olfo.
Oh, no, you're not. Oh.
Because if we remember, 117 was readily available and cheap.
When?
Hey, if you want to send us more,
yeah. You know what? You do that. We will let that in.
And I'm going to go Jim Beam.
Oh,
that's right.
Dirty rat.
How this game is going to be played.
Yeah, that was number 2 on my draft board.
Well, you took my number 1, so it worked out. I took something from both you. Jerks.
So I'm up next with my second pick. This will be number 5 seed. So we have, there's some heavy hitters still available, right? Makers, Buffalo Trace, MGP, and Dickel, both of my loves. Oh, man. I think, again, I'm going with versatility here. I'm going Makers.
All right.
Ooh.
I almost took Makers because all the limited could be in play.
Precisely.
Wow. I don't even know where to go with this. There's so many great choices on the board. So I'm going to, it's still there. I'm a little bit shocked it fell to me at this point in time. So I'm going to go Buffalo Trace.
Okay.
And I'm going to swing back around to start the third round here. Oh, this is tough. This is tough. Do I choose the one I want? Do I intentionally just mess someone else up?
Yes. You take it from him. Take it from Chuck.
Oh, but which one do I take? Which one do I take?
It doesn't matter. Take any of his loves.
Yeah, we'll take. I mean, why not take MGP?
All right. Which, if you are watching, just let you know, a review is coming. But this Bardstown finished in KBS barrels is absolutely delicious. I've had this bottle for, I don't know, 3 days. It keeps going down. Just put a little bit more in.
Just pouring more. All right, Chuck, where you at, man?
Ooh, so we have left Dickel, Barton, Jack Daniels, Four Roses, and New Riff. I think I'm going to go New Riff.
Okay.
Why do you keep taking everything I want?
It's got a lot of good choices in there.
It really does.
You're gonna send our single barrel, like
Maybe.
I
I could send Balboa Rye. I could send the malted rye. I could send a different single barrel.
Yeah. I mean, technically, the Balboa Rye is what, like MSRP 60-ish?
Yeah. I mean,
right?
Unfortunately,
unlike the place here in my town that wanted to charge $250 for it.
By the end of this, all these videos, we will have sent Brian a full bottle in samples of his New Riff. And he
all
still won't have picked up his bottle.
All part of my plan.
All right.
We're just going to send you all of your bottles in samples, 2-ounce samples.
So I'm obviously going to have to go Four Roses. My wife would kill me if I did not. I mean, I've got so many barrel strengths that can play into this. Oh, man.
If you do a barrel strength, single barrel strength is going to take up half your budget.
Take up a lot.
Yeah, but it would be worth it. Though, to be fair, Four Roses does not play nice in blind off, so that's kind of an iffy one.
But I think some of their low, the single barrel, don't discount their $50 single barrel.
$50 single barrel, $30 single barrel in Kentucky.
Oh, sorry, no, this is heavier. Kroger that discounts bourbon. It went bad last week.
But that counts in my price point, so that's all that matters.
Yeah, so if I use coupons.
Yeah, that's fair. If you want to go coupons.
Fair, okay.
And just because I really want to do it, we talked about this, I'm going to go Dickel.
You're going to submit the cheapest thing you can find.
Dickel 8-year bourbon for $25.
Hopefully been sitting in the sun in the front window of some rundown liquor store.
I'll just put it in like some plastic tote and sit it out in the sun for a couple hours before I send it to you guys. Don't you worry.
Stick it in the microwave for a while.
Yep.
I hate you both. So we got Barton or Jack Daniels left.
Yep.
Since you took my other Tennessee whiskey, I'm going to go Jack Daniels. Okay.
And that leaves
all right,
Brian with Barton, which is good because what were you drinking right now there, Brian?
1792 12-year.
There you go. I think you should
might send that. Might not. We'll see.
Yeah. So there we go. That is the draft order. We will put this up definitely on our Patreon so everybody can see. I will see how I can put this up on YouTube, everything like that. I don't say we let them know what the wild cards are. We'll just go. So continuing the order, 13th seed will be wild card Brian. 14th seed will be wild card Chuck. And 15th seed will be wild card TJ. So there we go. We got everything seeded. So once again, thanks for watching. Please hit the like, hit the comment, hit the subscribe button, all that fun stuff. That way we can auction off Chuck's whiskey and my Pappy 15, which we want to do at 1,000 subscribers. And we'll see you next time.
Thanks for tuning in. See you soon.
Our bourbon.
I confused Brian.